Hello, it's Vicky. Welcome to Workshop 7. This is my final workshop record for today, and I'm going to, in the next one, have a different outfit on. But this is the way that we move and roll, and the way that I can give you what you need. All right, in today's workshop, we are talking about lighting up your living room stage so you can welcome your next income stream, which may be to do with your speaking and your visibility. And following on from what we were talking about yesterday, that nobody is turning the internet off anytime soon, I want you to get to the front, babes, and I want you to show people what you can do and not just be stuck in this like, I don't know, and I'm not sure, and I'm not ready. Absolutely, you are. And certainly, if you're feeling all those things, you can start today. As always, if you are here for the first time, you can have a little read and you can press pause, or you can check out my about page on my website. I love talking about visibility. I have been a paid speaker for the last 25 years, and I'm so passionate about different voices. And we have so many opportunities right now to get paid in so many different ways. We don't have to be in a horrendous conference center. You know, the ones where like the speaker kind of like dances onto the stage and it's like, whoa, and it feels like somebody's, I don't know, running a waltzer. And for some of my introverted clients, they're like, I cannot think of anything worse. I just want a small room where we can sit in a circle and we can talk about our feelings. I don't want a megaphone. This is the brilliant thing. There are so many ways to be visible, places and spaces, and you can create the most amazing impact in the world. If you didn't know already, people want to hear from you. And they want to hear from you right now. They want to hear from you in person, online, in their ears, in a short, snappy clip, in a long form workshop. They want your quick fire round answers. They want your life story. They want to know what you're doing today, what you ate for breakfast, and why you do what you do. We want all of it. And I remember being a kid actually, and we didn't have the internet, and I lived in a village outside of a town. And so this thing of like popping into a city or having a network or like my mum's friend's cousin being able to hook me up, like I didn't know anybody. And I remember when I moved to London at 18, I came to do an acting course. I didn't know any actors that made money. Like I knew people off the telly, but I didn't know them personally. And so I really was sort of doing it on a wing and a prayer. And the truth is now, so much more of this information is accessible. And I want you to have a slice of that pie. I want you to get to that stage where you are ready to say yes, you can put yourself out there, you can show people what you can do. I believe it all starts with you. And it starts in your living room or in a chair like this or on your walk or talking to yourself in your car. You get better at speaking by speaking. There's nothing more to it than that. It's the same as writing. You become a better writer by writing. You get to be a better runner by running. You can't think yourself out of these things. You have to do it. And guess what, though? People don't do it because actually doing it requires vulnerability. It requires you being a beginner. It requires you to fail, to have a go, to be a bit awkward and a bit cringe about it. So they don't do it. And then they're looking for another strategy. They're reading another book. They're thinking about it again. The only way to do it is to do it. So this is why I'm suggesting to do it in your living room, to do it privately by yourself. And really ask yourself where you're up to. And I'm giving a very outdated example, but you know what? It stays with me so much. So, how old am I? So, nearly 30 years ago, I did my mock GCSE German oral exam. And I was very confident in the language. I could read it, I could hear it, I could write it. And I went into that German oral like I knew I was predicted an A, and I was like, okay, let's go. And when I got face to face with that teacher and she started asking me questions, I could not think of any German words. I think I said Gummibärchen, which is gummy bears if you didn't cotton on. Gummibärchen. And the teacher was like, yeah, what else you got? Like giving me the eye, like, come on, Nikki, let's like get this moving and shaking. And that moment was so crucial for me because I was like, oh, you think you know. You think you know, but it's not in your body yet. You haven't built that confidence. You haven't built that muscle. And sometimes this is what can happen with speaking. When people are like, yeah, I actually don't have a problem with public speaking, but they haven't done that work. So they've accomplished that skill. So I want you to think about this German oral and really see where you're up to in terms of your public speaking. Number two, I want you to fail and experiment in the privacy of your home. Masterchef in our household is one of those family programs that we all watch, all four of us, and we love it. But we have noticed this pattern. And one of the patterns is when people get close to the final, the presenters will go and they'll lean on their bench and they're like, what are you going to cook today? And they will say, and they go, oh, you don't seem very confident. Have you cooked this before? Like, and they'll go, no, I've never cooked this before. And we collectively will go, no, why are you cooking it in the final then if you haven't practiced and rehearsed it? And this is what can happen. People put off actually rehearsing, practicing, honing their craft until the big opportunity comes in. When that big opportunity comes in, you want to meet it ready, the best version of you, not like, oh, I hope I nail it. You want to be in a position where you are so accomplished, where you just go, yeah, no problem, I'm ready. You don't want any of that kind of clunky stuff. You may have nerves, that's totally normal, but you will also have the loudest voices that is operating going, we've got this, we can do this, we're ready. I thought this opportunity would come. And quite frankly, I'm going to say it. If you are constantly somebody who's not preparing, who's winging and hoping and not doing the work, it quickly becomes self-sabotage. And it's so easy, isn't it, to like blame or shame something else on the day. It didn't happen. It was their fault. It was a surprise. I wasn't ready for it. It was a different question, instead of taking responsibility for it yourself. Inside your living room, I want you to figure out your style, to find your flow, your finesse, your flair. And the way to do this, once again, is to speak. If you're somebody who hates decks and slides and like operating and it feels too limited, and you just want to stand there and deliver something with notes, but have a clear direction of where you're going, do that. Be a preacher, stand at the front and tell your story. Equally, if you know that you work much better when it's just Q&A and you can free flow and you can hear from that person, do that. There are places and spaces for everybody. Number 4, invite other people to play. Create your audience before your audience. Now, I live with my partner of nearly 20 years and he is an actor. So if I'm ever rehearsing a script or I want to run something by him, he's very good at listening to those things, giving feedback and support and being that other person. If you know you've got big plans of talking on podcasts and you want to go on like one of the top 100 podcasts, get your friend to interview you first. Or if you know you want to be on a stage of 5,000 people, do a little event in a pub. Invite people you know and like have a sharing circle. Don't wait until that opportunity where you open your mouth and you go, oh, there's so many people in the room. Do that right now. Build that muscle. Number 5, play with the setting. Over the years, in terms of getting paid for speaking, I have been in different places, spaces, scenarios. I've been the only one up there. I've been on panels. I've free flowed. I've keynoted. I've been in small, busy rooms with lots of people. I've had to project to, I don't know, 5,000 people, some of which were sitting, some were floating in and out. Play with the setting. You can do this even in your living room. What does it look like to stand? Think about the shoes you're going to wear. What would it be like to have a keynote? Start designing it right now. Or equally, a big chair like this. How is it in an armchair? How are you sitting? How are you conducting yourself? Equally, how do you feel when you're sharing the stage with other people? Think about how it's going to go with slides or without. All these things you can do right now. And guess what? When you put your focus into it and you start telling people, like, I'm rehearsing this and I created this keynote, people are going to get interested. Like, oh, what are you doing? What do you speak about? And that's when the opportunities are going to flow. Rather than you just sitting there going, nobody's hiring. Nobody's invited me to come and speak. It's not fair. Why was not I not invited? You have to do it. You have to go first. If you want to find out more about how we can work together, you can book a strategy session here. All the details of my one-on-one work is over here. But if it's speaking you're after, Speak Up is the program for you. There are 3 ways to join, all of which have access to the online course, which is accessible immediately. There's the online course version, or you can choose from option 2 or 3, which have one-on-one opportunities with me. I can help and support you and make it fully bespoke for you every step of the way. If you add magic at checkout, you can save 20%, nikkiraby.com/speak up. And if you've got questions, if you need to chat to me first, just email me hello@nikkiraby.com or go on any page of my website. In the bottom right hand corner, there is a button that activates the messenger operation situation, and you can email me from there and it goes directly to me, completely confidential. We can set up a chat, talk about the next moves and go from there. Thank you so much for watching another workshop. Please like and subscribe, follow along, tell a friend. I really would appreciate it. And in the comments, write down what you're going to do next. Become accountable, raise your standards, do the thing that you say that you're going to do. And I'll see you tomorrow. Lots of love.